If we allow students to use calculators, next they'll forget how to add. And soon, society will collapse. Sounds absurd. That's the slippery slope fallacy, where one small step is falsely claimed to lead to disaster. Welcome to Fallacy Busters, where we expose flawed reasoning, one fallacy at a time. Subscribe to explore life lessons, cultures, and timeless philosophies that shape the way we see the world. Today's culprit, the slippery slope. When arguments slide from concern to chaos with no solid steps in between. The slippery slope fallacy occurs when someone argues that a relatively small first action will inevitably trigger a chain of negative consequences without providing evidence for those outcomes. It's not logic, it's panic in disguise. Person A says, "I think we should allow flexible working hours." Person B replies, "No way! If we do that, nobody will show up at all. Then productivity will drop, and the company will collapse." Really? One policy shift equals total ruin. That's a slippery slope, jumping from possibility to worst-case scenario without proof. Let's look at some real-world examples in tech. If we let AI write articles, soon it'll replace all human jobs. In parenting, if we let kids play video games, they'll fail school, become lazy, and never get a job. In law, if we ban one harmful chemical, next thing you know, we'll be banning all modern products. The logic isn't built, it's leaping. Why do we fall for this? Because fear is persuasive. Our brains are wired to look for patterns and avoid risk, but in doing so, we sometimes confuse correlation with inevitability. It feels safe to assume the worst, but that doesn't make it true. How to spot this fallacy in daily life? If we allow this, what's next? Chaos? It's a slippery slope, and we're already sliding. This will open the floodgates. We'll lose control. These phrases sound cautious, but they skip logic and jump to fear. When you hear them, pause and question the leap. Ask yourself, is there evidence for these consequences? Are we connecting dots or imagining a domino effect? When you hear a slippery slope argument, try. Let's examine each step with actual data. Is there a way to put safeguards in place? What's the evidence for that chain of events? A thoughtful question can stop the slide. The slippery slope fallacy exaggerates consequences and shuts down nuance. Don't confuse possibility with inevitability. Keep your footing. Stay logical. And when fear tries to do the talking, ask for evidence. In upcoming episodes, we'll also explore workplace fallacies, the psychological traps and flawed reasoning that slip into workplaces, boardrooms, and project plans. Stay tuned as we bust those too. Subscribe and stay curious, because the more we think clearly, the better we live.